What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got a gift request from, you guessed it, Renee Mooberry from Southern Louisiana, Dwight Yoakam's Population Me. What a title. You know how you see these signs where it's like such and such a town, population 104. It's like, oh, that's a really small town. Or as Miranda said in one of her songs, population +1 -1. It's like that changes the whole complexion of the town when one person's added or one person leaves. But Renee made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Renee, thank you for this. I just did the reaction yesterday to David Rowe doing playing bass and backing vocals for Dwight. So now I'm on to Population Me. Okay, let's see. And I don't know if David was on this one or not.
This place will tell you a lie. With each passing shadow that goes by. But there's only one or two, at most just three.
All right.
More likely none that I still believe.
This is different for Dwight. I like
They'll
it.
say, hey, you're not alone.
This is Western rockabilly.
But don't listen to them tell that very long. I did, then found out through misery.
Wait, how's that guitarist making that sound? Are those loose? Are those strings loose purposely? I don't think that's done in post-production, like on the mixing side or engineering or wherever they would do that type of thing. Are those loose strings? But man, that's just a very different sound.
That the true population's made. I used to look for days around,
Got a circus feel now.
but no trace of her love could be found. Holler, cry, beg, and scream. Throw myself down and start to bleed. Search for her heart till mine would bleed. Offered it up, but there wasn't any need. Too late to care. She's no longer here.
Yeah,
Population's made.
got it. He's the only one left in that relationship. Population me, not population us. Fascinating in this song, that appears to be a tuba. I don't know if I've ever heard a tuba in a country or a rock song, and I'm sure I have. I mean, I grew up on rock and still love rock, but I mean, country's won my heart over, especially traditional. I mean, if it doesn't have a fiddle, steel, or possibly even banjo in it, I'm disappointed. But this is a fascinating composition. It's got a circus feel to it now, and the tuba kind of did that, but I think there's also a banjo in it. Could be a guitar with certain types of strings. My buddy Eddie, he actually played bass for Jerry Lee Lewis on his American tour. Merle asked my buddy Eddie to be his bass player, but Eddie didn't want to move to Bakersfield, among other reasons, which shall go unnamed. But Eddie had told me that you can get certain strings on a regular guitar that sound like a banjo. So I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ways of hearing things, but there's a lot going on in here that's very cool. That sure Sounds like a banjo.
Populations made. Now this place will tell you lies with each passing shadow that goes by, but there's only one or two, at most just three, more likely none, that I still believe.
I don't know who produced this, but he or she was freaking brilliant on this track. I haven't heard that combination of instruments ever, plain and simple. There were a few moments in there where it reminded me of the band Perry's song. I think it might be Better Dig 2, but this was just brilliant. You had the tuba with the banjo, obviously Dwight. You had bass drum alternating. Somebody had informed me as to like why that is. In a lot of songs, you have the bass coming in on the half note or whatever it is, and then the drum, and then the bass, and then the drum, and sort of like collectively they're keeping time. Even though any one of those could do it by themselves without the other one, but that's not how music generally is done. You've got a bass player in there. I was recently informed that what was the reaction? I'd done a reaction a couple of years ago, and somebody had recently seen it. I don't think it actually might have been Buck Owens, but in any case, whomever it was, but the person who posted the comment just recently said that in this song you keep referring to the bass, but it's actually the lead guitar, just playing deep strings. So in this one though, I mean, I'm mindful because I just came fresh off the reaction that I had done to David Rowe's assessment of playing with Dwight, his experience of playing with Dwight, his observations of Dwight. But I was now paying attention to bass and trying to see, oh, that might be David. But this song might have been done when David wasn't playing in Dwight's band. This could be another bass player. In any case, there was a lot going on in here, and it was not... The producer separated, like brought in instruments, had others go out, sometimes layered them, but each was distinct, and it wasn't too much for the listener. It was entertaining, absolutely. Dwight came in and out just so, as Dwight always does, though. And even David said that Dwight, he never sang a bad note. Now, I don't know. Dwight is such a unique half yodeler when he sings that I wouldn't even have had to critique it. I think it's fair to say he doesn't carry notes when he sings. If he does, it's short-lived. but he's like a talk singer with yodeling in it. And I suppose if Paul Simon learned to yodel, he and Dwight might have paired up in doing some songs together. But this one was fascinating, and I loved it. It was intriguing, but I liked the way it was developed. But God, it had that circus feel, like it was like a clown show. Like, and that's the way he probably felt, looking for her love. So it wasn't just population Dwight; it was population the two of us. We're populating this relationship. The reference to a third, though, I think is a reference to maybe she found another guy, and which would really be population me again, because she'd be gone anyhow, no matter how you sliced it, which she was. But what did he say? He searched her heart until his was bleeding, and something along those lines. And you're like, oh, shoot, man, you could feel the dripping pain in that, the painful truth of that. So, all right, another good call, Renee. Just every so often a song comes along that is absolutely unique. Like you just didn't know what was coming next. You didn't foresee any of it coming. And that's brilliant. And the fact that it worked, it wasn't just throwing ingredients into the bowl, mixing it up, putting it in the oven, and hoping a cake comes out. This was brilliant. These ingredients worked. All right, I got to go with the number that popped into my head, and I love the lyricism. Even with that song title, I didn't know where it was going. And with lyrics, I usually know I have a range. I have a couple of options of where it goes, and 90% of the time it goes in that direction. Every so often I'm caught off guard, and it's like, oh my God, I did not see that coming. And then there are the song titles where you're like, this could go in any direction. And then there are song titles where you're like, I honestly don't have a clue. I had no clue. And that is just a, I don't know, testament to a certain measure of brilliance. The number that popped into my head on this was a 9.8. And some of you guys might think I'm nuts on that one, but pay attention to the instrumentation in this thing and how it was put together, how Dwight worked with it, each as their own instrument. Dwight's unique vocal instrument, marrying with the tuba, marrying with the bass, with the drum, with the banjo, and then it was all put together well. And then the lyrics worked, like on a creative level. That's a song. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. I'm digging Dwight. All right, from Renee Mooberry, Dwight Yoakam's worldwide #1 fan. Hopefully she gets a shout out from the Dwight himself, the philosopher Dwight. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.